Hey Libra, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Awaken Wild Child Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's start right away with your first card, Awaken. Awaken to another possibility. All right, so right now with what you're dealing with, and it could be any area, this is a general reading. Allow yourself to contemplate the possibility that maybe there's an option that you're not seeing. Maybe there is something you're not aware of. Maybe you're not aware that there is someone who can help you with this or that, or there could be a different way of doing things that is easier, faster, simpler. If we assume that we know, and we assume that there is no other way, that there is no better way because we have read it all or seen all there is about something, we may get ourselves basically trapped into a system that doesn't work. So it's time to broaden your mind. It's time to think outside the box, as they say. Then we have creativity. Use your creativity to design your attitude. Ooh, I love that. That is so powerful. Use your creativity to design your attitude. Wow. That gave me chills. If that resonated with you, if that moved anything within you, go ahead and comment that below. Claim this energy. I use my creativity to design my attitude. Next card we have is trust. Take one step today towards trusting yourself. And that's the thing. Sometimes we trust ourselves a little bit too much to the point in which we don't consider anybody else could have a better answer, a different answer, right? But I feel like in this case, it's a balance what is needed. You knowing and realizing, hey, there are other ways to do things, and I just need to find a way that will make this whether it's work, family, organization, home, pets, any responsibility that you have, more manageable or more successful. There is a way that maybe you haven't heard of. Now, we have here the Queen of Cups as your main energy. You are highly intuitive. I don't feel like you're giving yourself enough credit as an intuitive. You have psychic abilities. You are very sensitive to your energy, to the energy of others. You can tell what other people are thinking. You can tell, how they're reacting to the world around them just by seeing them, by sensing them. There could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person in your life at this time. There could be also a lot of emotions in general in your life that you can definitely process through movement. Wow. We have the Six of Wands. It is coming up as a challenge though, but it's a very, very positive card. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. So maybe you're feeling a little emotional, you're feeling a little perhaps frustrated or stuck because you want a massive victory, but maybe you're always kind of like just getting by. Maybe you want massive prosperity, abundance, success, but instead of like hitting it out of the park, you're always kind of like, I almost missed it. Like I barely hit it. Like this gives me the feeling of like every month living paycheck to paycheck, barely getting through. Instead of like thriving, it's more of surviving. So there could be frustration tied to this because you want a big, big win. You're ambitious. You want something to go extremely well. You want to be recognized. You want maybe your art, your craft, your writing, your drawing, your painting, your intellect to shine in such a way that you're recognized and celebrated. But it's like you're almost always so busy just trying to survive that doesn't give you enough like headspace or time to actually go into your full potential. I see here that you have a lot of inspiration, you have a lot of passion. Right now, you may be feeling a little bit tired. You may need a bit of a break. But you know what I'm getting is that you're actually being very present where you need to be present. There are moments in life, cycles, ebbs and flows. And there are times in which we need to be focused on the boring stuff, the things that we need to do that we don't necessarily love to do, but we have to do. And there will be other times in life in which we get to indulge a whole lot more. And I feel like you have your head very well placed on your shoulders. You're seeing things accurately, objectively, assertively. You are being smart. You're doing what you need to do to eventually transcend this energy of surviving and enter a phase of thriving. But of course, right now your plate is pretty full, and I can see it here with the Four of Swords. This card talks about the need to rest, to nurture our body, our mind, to care for ourselves, to really give ourselves an opportunity, our body, our mind, an opportunity to catch up with all the effort that we're putting in. But I feel like there will be time for you to indulge in things that will give you this massive victory. And I feel like there's a part of you that recognizes that maybe right now your time is better invested, or maybe your attention is required taking care of a loved one, or taking care of a certain debt that needs to be paid, or taking care of a certain commitment, taking care of the family, taking care of an elder. You know, it's like there will be times in which things will be different. And you know that. And that's why there's contentment with what you do. You have the strength to tame your inner beast. And when I mean inner beast, in this particular case with the strength card, I'm actually referring to that hunger for life that sometimes is very beautiful, but can be very detrimental if unbalanced, right? That will be that energy that makes people do very reckless, stupid stuff that they shouldn't be doing because of that thirst for life. I see that you have an ability to put that thirst for life on pause, be responsible, take care of things, you know, be the boss, do the thing, and then return to it. And that's actually very admirable. We have the Ace of Cups here. There's brand new beginnings emotionally that are happening here. I feel like you are at the end of this very difficult time in which you have needed to persevere and like really be resilient and patient, and you're at the end of it. There's gonna be a rebirth that you're gonna feel in the heart. Emotions are going to shift and change, and you're gonna feel so absolutely excited about something. And your excitement is gonna turn on, while simultaneously this other responsibility or weight that you've been having in your life is gonna turn off. So you're gonna have almost like the green light to fully dedicate yourself to something that really gets you very inspired. There could be romantic love here with a fire sign or a water sign as well. There could be, maybe you're entering a time in which you're going to be thinking about commitment, marriage, romance. Maybe you're going to have more time to think about the possibilities in these realms. Maybe you're going to start planning your wedding. Maybe you're going to start focusing more on your faith, your spiritual path, whatever that may be. You're going to be having more fun. I feel like for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, this actually translates to financial stuff. And you're going to be having a lot of abundance and prosperity here, to the point in which you're looking forward to it, but at the same time, you may be afraid that it's going to somehow get you distracted or get you a little bit too excited, a little bit too much fun, a little bit too out of your responsible mindset. I don't know, but what I see here is that there could be a loss in finances, and then it's going to be a big win in finances. So what I'm getting is that there might be a big investment that is coming, but it's going to be an investment that makes you happy, that you want, that you crave, that it's a desire, okay? Maybe some of you are going to start planning your wedding and you're going to spend a bunch of money on that. But you're going to recover it all. It's going to all come back to you. Or it could be some kind of purchase, big ticket item, thing that you've always wanted to do, a trip that you've always wanted to take, something that others could perceive as shallow, maybe. But I see here that it's going to be totally worth it. I see you indulging, enjoying every bit of it, and having all of the prosperity to fall back on. You are at the end of a very difficult chapter. Again, I'm hearing the same thing, in which you have been required to be way more patient, way more resilient, way more giving, way more committed. And now things I feel they're gonna get easier for you, Libra, quite frankly. Yeah, you're gonna be able to manifest your desires very, very easily. Maybe in the past couple of years you feel like your desires, it's like, yeah, I'm manifesting, but it's like really slow or like really difficult or something. Insecurities may arise here, but I feel like they are just transitory like clouds in the sky. I feel like there could be fears, again, that there could be thoughts that generate insecurity within you, maybe about your partner, or a wedding, a marriage, or this phase of your life. But I feel like when it comes down to it, and when you have to make decisions and choices, it's like all of these insecurities, you can very easily identify them as not true. Or simply for what they are, just insecurities. There could be a past on loved one that is making an appearance here. This could be a grandmother, grandfather, someone who has passed on, an ancestor of sorts. And they're coming in here to remind you that joy is important. Finding joy in every moment of your journey is very important. Yes, there are going to be times in which maybe joy is not the priority, but you can always bring joy into every minute of even the most difficult of times. So if you're having a time in which maybe you have to be quarantined or you have to stay at home and just, work from home and not see others, maybe you can't travel or something like that, and you feel constricted, Spirit is telling you here through the hummingbird that even if, you have to work all day, do it in a way that makes you happy. Put music on that makes you happy. Um, you have to shower every day, right? You have to wash your teeth every day. You have to go to the toilet every day. You have to, do certain things every day. Well, how about you bring some joy into those moments? I know that it sounds kind of lame, but sometimes those moments are the space that we have. And bringing a nice, delicious, like, shower gel that makes you feel like all happy and stuff because it smells delicious changes your experience. It changes how you feel. It brings joy into a moment of your day. Same goes for your coffee. If you have coffee every morning, how can you make it special? Get yourself a mug. Or if you don't want to spend, do something that makes it nicer. Ritualize, romanticize your life. I feel like there are gonna be times coming in that it's not gonna be as necessary because joy is gonna be everywhere, very easily accessible. But in the times in which you feel like it's hard, and the times you feel that joy is not that easy to get, is when you most need it. And it doesn't have to be out of your reach. That's what the hummingbird is saying. Okay? It can be as simple as walking and, going to any kind of park or garden and smelling the flowers, you know? So, yeah, Libra, this is what is showing up for your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure to subscribe so I can share more and more of these readings with you in the next weeks ahead. I'm going to be doing weekly readings for every single sign. This is a new channel, so all the support I can get really does help. Thank you so much for joining me and staying all the way up till this point of the reading. If you want to claim this beautiful energy, comment in the comment section below. I choose joy every day. I choose joy every day. And let's manifest that together, okay? I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.